Dota 2 is officially reborn, Blade and Soul finally has a closed beta date. All that and more, I'm Zach Sharps and this is Free to Play Weekly. First up in the news this week, Valve has finally pulled the trigger on its Reborn update for their hit MOBA Dota 2. This update marks Dota's switch to the Source 2 engine, UI tweaks that put a new friends list on the main dashboard, and more. Valve stated that over the coming weeks, they'll be updating the game frequently to fix issues and refine the experience based on your feedback. With a huge update to the very popular esport, I'm sure those most dedicated to the game will find some random bugs that will just need to be squished. Overall though, I think I might download Dota 2 this weekend, if anything, just to see the new Source Engine 2 in action. The Tad Williams-inspired MMORPG Otherland has kicked off its early access this week. While the game will be free to play when it officially launches, Drago Entertainment did put the game behind a paywall for its early access period. Packages range from $19.99 to $49.99, with the most expensive package receiving a private in-game area that you can access to undertake a special questline that pays homage to the novels that inspired the game. It's pretty interesting. This particular quest will not be made available until about a month after the early access starts, and so far there's not a word on if that quest will be available to other players at a later time. One can only hope. Those of you still highly anticipated for Blade and Soul can finally mark a date on your calendars for its first closed beta. You heard me correctly, years of waiting, and finally NCSoft gave us a date for their martial arts, soft targeting MMORPG. What is that date? October the 30th. However, if you're looking for the French or German client versions, you're gonna have to wait until November the 24th. With NCSoft looking to host 5 closed betas, this is the first of a good bit to come in anticipation of final launch early next year. You could still sign up on the official Blade and Soul website for a chance to win beta access, or of course you could throw some money at NCSoft to buy your way into the beta through any of the founders packs. I think most of you guys know my stance on Blade and Soul already, so I'll just say this: it's about damn time. Ever wanted to play Skyforge with your friends but fear they're too far ahead of you? Fear no more, because on September the 16th, the Aliens Call update will go live along with the catch-up system. New or returning players will receive bonuses to make progression faster through the completion of promo adventures. However, the bonuses decrease as you gain power until you're right on par with other players. Also, players will get a new raid called the Mechanoid Ship Operations, which are the 40-player invasion competitions, along with other general bug fixes. With the catch-up system being intriguing this early in an MMO's development, it's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked, what are your thoughts on Try-On Worlds? This week, I'm going to feature 2 comments, the first of which is by Skylent Shore, who said the following: Try-On Worlds seems like a company that is totally fine with making B-rated games and never going above and beyond, which is really tragic, since almost all of their games have truly novel ideals behind them. Next, we have the Claw Sin, who stated, Try-On Worlds can get my respect for a small fee of $149.99. Ouch. It seems like the general consensus is pretty negative. It's not really a surprise after ArcAge, but one can really only hope that they recover back to their roots. And as always guys, if you want your comment possibly featured in next week's episode, make sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is, when it comes to catch-up utilities in MMOs, do you feel like it's unneeded until the game is far more mature? Or do you think that Skyforge implemented it at the right time? Overall, I think it's a good move by Skyforge, but it's odd that they're still holding true with their caps in a game that on their website says it's without limits. Still play Cabal 2? Well, you'll be happy to hear that ESTsoft has added in more content for you PvPers out there. The update includes 2 new battle arenas and a new reward system for top-ranked players. If you aren't a fan of PvP, the Instance Monster Arena will allow solo players to take on monsters from various areas in combat. In addition to the 2 arenas, there is a new ranking system that will track players in events like the Monster Arena, PvP Arena, and in-game battlegrounds. This feature tracks the amount of points that a player racks up during these events and gives them a ranking. At the end of each season though, players will be awarded prizes based off their ranking. Cabal 2 felt a little bit too traditional for me to actually enjoy it. However, I hope it the best and maybe it'll mold into something good. You know what is always good? Giveaways, of course. Be sure to check out the giveaways page, bookmark it, tape it to your wall, I'm sure you can think of ways, and check it daily to ensure that you never miss one. As for myself signing out until next week's Free to Play Weekly, I'm Zach Sharps and I'll catch you guys next time.